We're shooting John.
Why do you want to keep showing that?
All right, because look at this. This is what John's on my case about. This knife was in a tree for 2 months, and that's pine sap, not rust. This is 1095 carbon steel, and that right there is about the only rust that's on it. That's probably because the part wasn't coated, but this was coated with Aegis solution. And that's just a testament to Aegis. Definitely buy it. We're not sponsored by them or anything. We just love their stuff.
Truth.
Your turn, John. Tell us.
So basically what we wanted to do was give you a tour of a few of the models that we have sitting here. And let's get right into it. So basically, not all of our... Actually, just recently we started using water jet, which I was like fundamentally against for a long time.
Yeah, me too.
But we had a big batch of knives that we needed to get done, and it was really the only way to do it effectively. So
we're pricing things out.
Yeah, like price-wise, like what a lot of new makers don't take into account is that time is money.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a lot easier to have someone else cut the blanks out for you. You're still doing all the handwork. You still actually, you still have to profile it and everything. Still make the handle, still grind the knife, but this is what they basically look like. It also allows us to do cool stuff like this, like a big notch to lighten up the handles a little bit. But this is how they come. You can see all around the edge, it's like rough.
That's from the water jet.
Yep.
Marks.
And then we get them, and we throw a grind on them. These are heat. This is not heat treated yet. These are heat treated. Ready for handles. Actually, if any of you guys want one of these are the only 3 that are left that are for this batch, and probably the only 3 that are going to get done for quite some time. So if you want one, maybe shoot us an email. We might be able to hook you up. Possibly. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. But if you do want one, they are available. And this is kind of what they look like when they're done. This one's going to a really cool guy. Not going to name drop or anything, but guy's awesome. He's got a couple of our knives, and he really deserves this. He's getting a wicked sweet deal.
Yeah, this thing is carbon fiber with the carbon fiber with a chisel grind, multi-grind with a slight hamon you can see. So it's just a really nice looking.
Dope, some would say.
So dope. This guy right here was one of those. The tip was slightly bent, and about 5 minutes ago I went to go bend the tip to straighten it out. It's nice and straight now. But I went to go bend the tip, and I just broke the tip off. So I sanded it down. John was like, "Oh, just make it a butcher." So we did. So that one is also available.
Yep. Same thing with this. This is another one. I kind of wanted to experiment with a grind. It's going to be a more budget priced item because, as you can see, there's some grind lines in there, which I generally like to get out the best that I can. But this is something. It's Anthony Marfione does it on a lot of his customs. Jim Burke does it. But it's basically a hollow grind and then like a little tiny flat ground section. So it's pretty cool. There's really no function to it. It just adds a kind of technical, cool looking, steez. That's one that's for a customer. The handles still need some work.
A little bit of finish work, but that's carbon fiber with micarta. Another nice multi-chisel grind, as you can see.
They were very popular.
Yeah,
multi-chisel grind.
It's a nice looking setup.
Yeah.
We got the Halloween knife.
Halloween.
But it's, I mean, not just for, I mean, it's a sick looking color combo.
Yeah. This thing's really cool.
Oh, also to note on this one has nice orange liners.
And also a slightly different blade profile, you can see.
Yeah.
So we wanted it to be really unique for the guy. What else we got? Oh, we got like a stack of knives over here. Here's something that we rarely show, but it's we do these every once in a while. Like we get when we cut stuff out by hand, you get a lot of little scrap pieces, and you don't like to waste them. So this is kind of a scrapadashi.
Yeah, we like to they're nice and cheap. They go usually for $30 or so.
Yeah,
and it's just so people can, if they want, like, oh, I really like your stuff, but I don't have like a couple $100 or $100 and something to drop.
Yeah.
But I really want to own some of you guys. Well, there you go. Kiridashi, nice and cheap. We're not gonna like overcharge. It still takes time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's scrap steel, so we're not gonna charge a premium
And
price.
it's still razor sharp and something that you could use every single day.
Yeah.
And it comes with a nice little Kydex sheath. What else do we got? Oh, these are... Just show one of them. These are twins. These two knives. You can see matching sheaths and everything. But...
The very same thing.
This is... What do you call this? The Micro Ariel?
Yeah, the modified micro Ariel. Basically, it's a model that we did just 2 of. One went to England and one went to somewhere else.
Yeah.
But
really cool.
This is modified and smaller. Really nice ergonomic. We started we kind of like got a style of this swoop right here.
Yeah.
Up, down, up. Like we have you can see it on these two. It just swoops down.
It's very...
This one.
It's a very comfortable grip. It's something like a lot of guys want like jimping on their knives and stuff like that, but this is even more effective than that because you lock in with that finger choil there, and you have a thumb ramp here, and you just really lock in, and it's really good for utility tasks. Plus, we didn't have any thin stock left, so this is like super thick steel. You can see that it's like twice as thick as what we normally use. It's insane. But these are really cool, and they're both going to a pretty cool guy, so he should be happy with those. This is a really cool knife.
What's Siren?
Siren, yeah. With micarta handles, which need to be WD-40'd.
Yeah. That was one day I was in a slump. John knows this. John was making fun of me because I was in just a design slump.
Yeah, basically we have like competition to see who can design knives. That's what's cool about working with like 2 people working together. You can compete with each other. And me and Pat are like just naturally competitive. We compete about everything. So in the beginning, Pat was the design-minded one. So most of his designs were what we made. And then I kind of found my groove, my rhythm. I don't know if we have any of my designs here.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. This was one of my designs. This is like an old design, but it's an oldie but goodie. This is the Tethys. This knife is for sale if anybody does want it. And, you know, if this makes you want it even more, Jim Skelton has one. So, and there's only like, what, 4 or 5 of them?
I think that's number 4.
That we ever made? Yeah, because, well, Jim got one. Dino's got one.
And then
Kay's got one.
So that was number 4.
So that's 4. Yeah, so I mean, we don't make them very often. I think we have a blank for like 1 more.
Yes, there's 5.
But very, very aggressive design, really comfortable. This one specifically has, you know, dark tumbled flats and a satin grind and swedge. Just a really clean design.
So fresh and so clean.
And like an overly obnoxious amount of rivets on the sheath.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically it as far as fixed blades go. And this is the time to make the announcement that I think we're going to get away from fixed blades.
Yeah, we'll be stopping fixed blades for quite some time. Mainly because we want to venture into folders.
Yeah. We have a list right now that we're working on to finish up. We'll probably be done in the next couple of weeks with everything on the list. So once that batch is complete, I think we're going to move into folders. We have a few people on the list for our flipper, right there. And as it stands right now, they're the only people that are going to be on the list. Basically, we don't want to get bogged down with fulfilling orders, especially if we don't know that we can do it yet. So this was one that we made completely by hand. Everything was cut by hand. Blade was cut by hand. The lock bar was cut by hand. Actually, I cut the lock bar on that old drill press.
Yeah.
This was pre-mill.
It was rough.
Pre-milling machine.
This is... John and I came up with a rough design based upon this, the Siren. And John and I worked one night. We're like, all right, let's just get a flipper design that we're both proud of, that we both can get behind, and we both like.
There's a lot of like repetitive stuff out on the market right now. A lot of people doing, not saying that people are ripping each other off, but there's a lot of similar designs. I mean, every maker makes a drop point. Every maker makes some kind of Wharncliffe. We wanted to do something that was really unique, something that hasn't really been done before.
Something just different.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those love it or hate it designs.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah. It's definitely a love it or hate it design, and but you know what? It's our first design that first folder design that we came up with. So you need to break new ground, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
You need to do something unique.
So we're going to have a couple of these. This is one of 2 folder designs that we currently have. But the second one, I don't know. We'll see about that.
What, this one?
No, not the other one.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah.
Do we have a drawing of one somewhere, don't we?
No, keep it
okay,
as a...
keep on the deal.
Yeah.
Well, you posted a picture of it. Oh. Yeah, and then one that I've been working on for a little while, so it's still up in the air whether we're going to do this as a design. I think it's going to happen, probably, because the response was pretty good, but...
It's a little guy. A little chunk of dough.
So I want to do something. I've always liked kind of smaller knives, but also like very wide. That was like the running joke when we first started designing knives. Everything I designed was like fat and short. But a little slimy. But yeah. So I don't know what this is. Kind of a riff on our Atlas design, sort of.
Somewhat.
But yeah, it's really, really cool. And again, like I was saying with that micro Ariel, it's a very comfortable design, and it doesn't need jimping because it's got that really nice thumb ramp. You lock in. It's a very comfortable knife because it's very broad in the hand.
Yeah. Nice little Chumbawamba.
But unfortunately, it won't be for sale because something went wrong with it, and the blade won't center.
Just a bit.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, the thing is incredibly solid. So, damn, I guess it's gonna have to be mine.
Oh no, what a shame.
just like this one. This one has a little bit of up and down play. There it is. So did it fix itself? But I mean, you can see that this is on washers too.
It's just we designed it with the thumb. The flipper tab is really high on the knife. It's in terms of like if you draw a straight line, hold the knife vertical, draw a straight line out parallel to the ground with the pivot. It's higher than the center point of the pivot, so that means that you get a lot of purchase on it. Wow, died. You get a lot of purchase on it, so it like this knife isn't that smooth right now, like. Lock bar tension's off, but the point, like the position of the actual flipper is so high,
you get a lot of leverage.
You get so much leverage on it.
Yeah. But it's really fun. But yeah. So these we have parts coming for very soon. So we'll probably make a couple that will be mostly like a learning experience for us. I mean, these are the only 2 folding knives that. We've ever made.
Folding knives. We made
locking folders. Yeah, we've made a couple friction folders, not many. Yeah. So there's a huge learning curve, and anyone who says it's easy, is full shit.
Yeah, liars.
It's ridiculously difficult, and it makes you want to rip your hair out constantly. But yeah. So basically, that's all we really have to say for right now. But like I said, if you see this video and you saw an up close look at any of these knives that you like.
Yeah, feel free to shoot us an email.
Or just even comment, or direct message us.
Direct message, yeah. But follow us on Instagram at BB Knife Works if you aren't already. Or if you are, thank you for following. But we're going to try to do more of these videos. But hey, thanks for watching. Say goodbye, John.
Adios, muchachos.